you will type the fields over here, some text box. Okay, some forms will be there. So if you wanted to extract such kind of forms, then we will go for extract form fields. Okay, here I'm going to search for the PDF. Let's say which, yeah. Okay, if you have any password protection for this PDF, then we have to provide this password fields. Otherwise, no need to provide anything. And here I'm going to click add. Okay, when I click on add, this automation anywhere will automatically highlight those form fields. You don't need to do anything. If nothing is highlighted, we cannot do anything. Yeah, these red highlighted fields are form fields. You can see all those boxes. These boxes, labels, and even check boxes, values, currency. So, like this, it is going to highlight all the fields. Okay, I wanted to add something like, okay, this is paycheck. I want to add. If you want to add this one, you have to right click on it. Then you option like add field. Click here and where you wanted to assign this value. Whatever values, whatever variable that you have created, you will assign that value. So in this way, we have to add all these form fields. So everything will be extracted and will be saved. Okay, sometimes we do, if I prepare my resume in Word document, and if I save that as a PDF, that is not a form. That is not form. While creating PDF files, there are some features like adding fields, like text box or labels or check boxes like this. If someone has created the PDF in that way, then it will be extracted. So this is a small thing. Just I paused it yesterday just because of lack of PDF. Okay, this is how we are going to extract PDF form fields. Extract form.
If somebody asks me that what is the form field, how can we define?
Okay, actually we are not going to define anything. The thing is, if some people are there who is going to create some invoice form is constant, the values will be changing, right? So while creating the PDF, they will have some template where we can enter the values in the PDF file itself and we can save it as PDF. Okay, if we have PDF creators or something, then there it will define something grades or form fields and all. So if we define them in a template, then they will use the template and they will prepare the invoices and save as PDF. Those PDFs can be considered as form fields. Automation anywhere can detect such kind of forms. In my previous example, resume, it is not a form. It is just text. You are saving it as a text. That's it. It's not going to detect any fields until unless you insert some.
So a bit confused. If anything you take, W9 or W4 form, that's more relevant to the employee information and their annual package, something. If you take the invoices, one invoice, all the details are the same, right? So then how it's going to work the form fields? Let's say I have a 10 in, first I have converted from PDF to form fields for the one, let's say invoice number 1. So those form fields are different. The values of the form fields are different, and the PDF to form fields are values are different. How is going to work out in that?
See here, the form fields are if the template. When I explaining about form fields, I told you they are going to use template. Template is nothing but it's a constant one. The position of let's consider in invoice. I have a total field. the total field position is always constant. If you are going to extract sorry, if you want to extract the total value, then always, I mean, you have to pick the total value. So every time that automation will pick the value inside it. Here the template should be same, then only we can automate. If it is different fields we are getting in different positions, sometimes we may have the field or sometimes we may not have the field, then it is not going to work. Whenever we are doing automation, that is meant for repetitive works,
Yeah,
right? Repetitive and same,
repetitive.
yeah, repetitive and same kind of work. So you have to follow the same, I mean, patterns, same
Okay,
patterns.
let's say as you said, like I'm doing all the invoice conversion. I have a PDF file where PDF to form field, so I've captured all the invoice information. So
Okay.
how it's going to work out, like the values, that format is repeated, the same format. Okay,
Mhm.
so the values are different, then
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The thing is, it is one field, right? Here you can see dollar. The field is same. So whatever we have in this particular element, it will grab that value. That's it. Whatever the value inside this first name, it will grab that one. That's it. It will consider this particular form field, okay, like text box or checkbox or radio button or anything. Okay, it will consider the element and it will pick the value from it, even if the values are getting changed here. Fine. Okay. Next thing is, let me split this document first, and then after we can, yeah. I want to split the document. I mean, I want to split. I mean, one PDF file is there. I want to one PDF file is there. I want to split this file. How you wanted to split? There are some options here, like pages per file, single file with selected pages. Okay, I want to get only particular pages, or blank page as a separator, and bookmark level per page. So here we have no bookmarks actually. Okay, we have these different options, like I wanted to separate, I mean, I want to split my PDF file, like one page is one file. Here in this form I have two pages. If I split based on number of pages, let me, yeah, here it is asking me prefix SW4, let me consider, and that is the file name, and save it. If I run this, let's go and open that. See, here on the screen you can see those two files with single page. This is one page and this is the other one. You can see number of pages here. Okay, this is how we can split. Even if you wanted to split based on the page numbers, like I want to get all the I want to get specific page numbers into one file, so you can specify that one as well. Like you can set the range like this, or I want to set fifth page, first page, and third page, and fourth page like this, and it can check it. And also some PDF files are having blank pages between pages. Okay, this is sometimes we may have such kind of files. Okay, so it will consider, it's like a delimiter in strings. Okay, we take delimiter as tab or comma, right? So here automation anywhere is going to consider blank page as delimiter for the splitting operation. Okay, only thing is you have to provide the file name, and based on your requirement you will just select the options, and you have to give the file path, and this is the file prefix value. Okay, and here you can see one more option like overwrite the files. If you want to overwrite, you can check it, otherwise no. Okay, here is exactly reverse. I wanted to add, or I want to convert, I want to see multiple PDF files as single PDF file. I want to add one more. Add. Okay, pages to include all pages. Yeah, I want to include all pages, and output file. We have to mention the output file as FW4. I want to say like that and save it. Disable. Here you can see it has created just now. Yeah, those two files will be added like this. And final option is like encrypt. This is the PDF which I want to encrypt and set password. Okay, set password. If I'm going to set the password for this, user is different and owner is different. User means after sending this file to anyone, like your bank statement, whatever you are entering, that is user password. Owner password, banks will have that password. Okay, if you want to set it, and you can set the permissions to this guy as well. Okay, what kind of permissions you want to give. Okay, just I want to give something like print, font fill, annotation, accessibility. Okay, something. What is a encrypt? ENC5. Just save it and let me try to run. Yes, this is the file. If I'm going to open this one, it will ask me the password. So the PDF file is encrypted at backend. If you enter this correct password, then only it will be decrypted and it will be displayed in your machine. So same thing will happen with your telephone bill or banking statements, right? So whenever, if you will get the encrypted PDF files, and whenever you enter the correct password, then only it will be open. And okay, the thing is here, each and every file may not have the same, definitely will not have the same password. Then what we will do? Anyway, we have to provide something like, let's consider the example banking statement. Okay, banking statement, so many times you may get your customer ID number, right? Customer ID. So this might be the password. So bot has to he has to receive this password first. Customer ID. Okay, so and so, and then only it can enter the password and it will consider. See, bot is not going to do anything automatically. We have to give the inputs, right? We have to give the inputs. If password required, then we have to provide the password. Okay, some let's consider something like some banks may give you like your names first letters, I mean first three letters, and your date of birth, and date of month. It may ask you the year. So this can be the password. So robot should have your name, your date of birth details as well. Then only it will enter this password. So bot will generate the password. I mean, if it is dynamic password with a pattern, bot will generate the password and it can handle it. I mean, we have to program it. Until unless we have password, we cannot do anything. So instead of using password here, you can insert some variable which is going to be generated dynamically. You got my point? Yeah. Same way, decryption. Okay, here we have to give the PDF decrypted, and here I'm going to enter the password and save the PDF as. I want to save the PDF as DE. Yeah. Save it. Yep. If I try to open this, it will open directly. No password, nothing. Okay. These are related to PDF operations. PDF operations. Yeah. Okay. And now let me start with PGP. And very rare cases and very few times you will get the questions. You will get the questions in the interview. Like if I wanted to send a file, encrypted file. If I wanted to decrypt a file, how we will do it? How to do it? Very few cases they will ask. Okay. Here PGP is. I mean, anyone aware of this full? Anyone aware of this PGP? What is PGP? Full form? Anyone?
I worked, but
Okay.
not for the full abbreviation of PGP.
Okay. PGP is nothing but, okay, it is just, okay. Anyone from CSE background, CSIT background? They must know about this. It's not PGP, PGP. Pretty good privacy. It is like, I mean, this is encryption decryption algorithms will be defined. Okay, PGP, pretty good privacy. Pretty good privacy. Pretty good privacy. We are going. I mean, we have different techniques like public key, private key. Such kind of concepts are there. Okay, let's see how these commands are gonna work. How these commands are gonna work. Okay, these are like, these are for encrypting files and decrypting the files. Okay, encrypting means we are converting readable format text, readable format to non-readable. Okay, readable to non-readable. Here, and in encryption files, you can see two options like passphrase and public key and private key. Okay, here, its passphrase is nothing but it's like a password. It's like password. Whenever you enter this passphrase, they will, I mean, automation anywhere will use some algorithms. some encryption algorithms. By using this text, it will encrypt your file. I'm repeating, whatever the words that you are going to enter here, based on this text, I mean this algorithm, these algorithms will use this text and encrypt your file. So here, based on your requirement, you can choose the algorithm. I mean any algorithm. Okay, I wanted to, yes, I want to encrypt this Excel file. Okay, I want to save, yeah, I want to save that file, same location, just go to here. File 1, and here to override files, append extension. Okay, sometimes if you wanted to, I mean, if you check this box, what will happen after encryption? It will add one extension like this, enc. So whenever you see this file, then you will come to know, okay, this is encrypted file. Okay, just I checked few options and I gave the file, input file, and I gave some passphrase and save it. And let's check whether it's going to work. Here you can see the file example file1.xlsx.enc. Okay, you might have tried something like whenever we get something, some extension is wrong. Some extension is wrong. We try to edit it and we will convert that as normal format file sometimes. Okay, can you try the same here? Okay, I don't want to disturb this file. I will take the copy of the file and will try to remove this extension. Will it work? This is, I mean, this is also Excel file. Will it work? Let's check. If you what happened? It is showing something error. Something error, but you will not get your file. I mean, it is completely in non-readable format. So Excel cannot do that. So what we will do, we will simply send this file to our client, and we will say to the client, okay, this is the constant password for this one. Just go and check this password. I mean passphrase. Okay, after getting the passphrase, if he wants to decrypt it, then can enter the passphrase, same passphrase and encryption file. This is the one. Okay, I want to remove the extension. Yes, I want to, and I would like to save the file in the same location with the XLSX. Got it? This is the encrypted file, and this is decrypted file, and this is the passphrase. And now I'm going to run it, and I want to decrypt. Let's see whether it is going to create example 1 file or not. Let me try to open it. Yes, it is working now. It is working now. And let's go for this. For this one, we should have some keys. Okay, we should have some public keys, and then only we can use this. I mean, some public key will be there, and we will encrypt the file using that public key. And that public key, I mean, whoever having that public key, they can the file. Okay, here I don't have any keys available. What I will do, here we have one option like create key. I want to create a key. Let's see how it's going to work. Give me a second, guys. Oh, sorry guys, I'm back. Okay, here I wanted to create some keys now. Okay, I wanted to create some keys. How to do that? Here I want to save some key over here with the file name. Let me consider something. Okay, any extension that you can give. I'm going to give extension like txt file. Okay, and you have to mention it's public, right? Public key underscore this and private. Yeah, and I wanted to create some private key and public key. Let's see what will happen after running this file. Okay, here you can see this is the private key which Automation Anywhere has generated, and this is public key. Okay, now let's try for encryption and decryption. I'm going to disable this and enabling it. Yeah, if I'm going to give, yeah, here it is asking the public key, right? Now I'm going to give the public key, and it will use this public key and it will encrypt the file. And where is that? It's already there. I'm going to remove this, or you can keep the check of overwrite. Okay, this is our file just now created 849. Yes, 849. Okay, now see, whenever you are encrypting, it was asking you public key. Now it is asking you private key. So private key belongs to one particular person, okay, where we will leave. Okay, that guy will use the public key and that guy will encrypt the file, and we have private key with us, then we decrypt the file with the private key. Here what I have to select, I have to take the private key, and here yes, these are the files I want to create as extension 1. I'm going to remove this file. Generated file will be example file 1, so that's why I removed it. Save and run. We'll check what will happen. Okay, file 1 get created 850. Okay, if I'm going to open this, yep. Okay, here the algorithms, public key, private key properties, how they are going to work. They are going to, these algorithms are going to generate public key, private key together. So whenever we create keys, we will have public key, automation anywhere will generate one public key and one private key, and using public key we will encrypt it, and using private key we will decrypt it. See here, encryption, public key, decryption, private key. So this is how we are going to encrypt and decrypt the files. Any questions, guys? Now let me move to string operations.
No, what?
String
Can you just go
operation.
to encryption, Asha, once?
Yeah,
PGP.
sure. Yep.
Yeah, here semantic algorithms, right? You have taken idea. So what are these? The rest of them?
These
People.
are not only that, these all are encryption algorithms. Encryption algorithms. Every algorithm will have their own pattern to encrypt the file. So that algorithm will be used, whatever you check.
Okay. But in terms
Yeah.
like file, can we see any difference?
Encryption format will be different, but we cannot see. Can you read this encrypted format? Absolutely not. Even if you try to open using this notepad editor, you cannot do anything. Maybe this encryption text will be changed based on the algorithm, but anyway, nothing can be read.
So if really wanted to work, like we can choose any of them, or
Yes, any one of them you can choose. You can choose any one of them, no problem at all.
uh,
Yeah. String operations. Here most of them are, you are well aware, or you might have done in your real time, I'm sure. The thing is, like, whenever you are going for any any string, I'm not going to do this. Any string, I want to perform some manipulations. Okay, when I explained you the VAT number validation example, in that example, I told you country code is there, but country code is there, country name is there. But in our website, we have country code hyphen country value. There, when I try to get all the values, as it is, based on the code number, I want to pick the corresponding value. What I did, I opened the source file and copy paste, and I did some string manipulations like replacing, comparison, such kind of stuff. Let me. I think that is not here. Okay, somewhere it's not here. I prepared this file, right? How did I prepare? I went to the source code of that website and I picked all this and I removed the tab, removed double quotes and HTML codes and everything, removed spaces, and I prepared this file. Okay, and in the same way, in the same way, let me run this once again, and we will get at least few things. Yeah, something we got like this. Okay, my requirement is I wanted to get this DK Denmark. I mean, get this drop down value. In generally, if we can capture the objects, we can directly use object cloning and we can get the value from it. Okay, here I'm unable to capture the objects. Let's consider I'm not able to capture the objects. Then how to get this value then? Let's consider this is in cities environment. We cannot capture this object. Then how to get this? If that is the case, then what we will do, we have to do is we have to go for the source code. I'm getting here. Guys, I'm getting different things. Okay, the way that I'm telling you is we have to go for the source code and copy the entire source code. I mean, we're left with no choice actually. Okay, we have to copy the entire source code, and whenever you copy that, that will be stored in clipboard variable. Am I correct? Clipboard variable. This is the source code of the page. This is the source code of the page. Okay, which page? This page. Yeah. To display this page, they have to write this much code. Okay, here you can see which value gets selected and all. You can see all of that. Capture this. In latest version, I'm not sure. Previously, I used to get this view source in a single page, but now I'm not getting that in a single page. Somewhere I have to get this. You can see entire code. What I'm looking for is I should get here selected. This is the value which I selected, right? Czech Republic. Czech Republic. I should get here selected. Here I should get something like selected. Here I should see something like selected here. Yeah, I should see the code like this, but I'm not sure why it is not giving me that. Okay, whenever you wanted to get this value where you are, where we cannot capture the objects. Here I wanted to get this value, so what we have to do is I have to capture all the code, and I have to perform some string operations. String operations like what? String operations like what? What we have to do? In this entire code, I want to, we have the ID is unique. Am I correct? ID is unique. So I want to capture the value between ID equals to country combo box, and I want to get this value. Okay, between this select and this select operation, I want to get all the strings. Okay, here I may have n number of boxes, I may have n number of drop-down boxes. We will have different, n number of select commands here, select tags here. Is I want to get the value from the member state itself, that's it. Not from the requested member state. Here member state itself. So what I want to do is I have to find this ID value. Okay, this is the ID. ID is unique. ID should be unique actually. Okay, in any web page, ID should be unique. And here, what I will do to perform some string operations. String operations. Here we have after and before. Okay, in this case, what I told you when I copy the entire code, everything will be stored in clipboard variable. If I want to perform some actions on that clipboard, first I have to insert the clipboard, and we have to check before and after. The thing is, this is a string, this is the entire string. I want to perform some operation, I want to capture something. Here requested ID, okay, it's not the one, this is the one which I need. Yes, this is country combo box. I told you this is unique, right? So this is before, this is before, and what is after? Select. Okay, if I mention like this, before and after, what will happen? This select and this ID from here to here, entire text will be saved. I mean, in between these two, whatever the text you have, it will be extracted. I want to say assign to the value here. Let me save and show you. Str box string operations. Save it. What I did. Clipboard is having entire. Okay, I cannot get the value right. This is box. I'm doing nothing. I'm just trying to extract. See, this is the text. What we gave, ID combo box. From next minute onwards, from the next step onwards, next character onwards, it will capture everything. See, name, member state, code on change, generate from this options, and all these options can be displayed over here. It is like we are extracting this point to this point. Okay, I'm trying to extract the string from this entire string. Okay, the substring is in between these two values. In between those two values. So then we will use this after before operations command. After before command we will use this. So after this, before this, it will be captured. In between these two values, it will be captured. Okay, and here also we have something like trim the extracted text. Means whatever the text you have extracted, is there if any leading spaces or here or up before this, if we have any spaces, it will remove everything. It will remove everything and it will show you. So this, what I meant to say is, sometimes we may get requests like, you have to read a mail, okay? Read a mail which is having some inputs like STS, start date today. So I'm going to give for OCT and 2017, and they will give you one more input like end date, that is 05 OCT 2017, and some business is having something like billing, whatever. So we will receive the mail like this, and I want to perform the value. Then, sorry, I want to perform some actions on it. You have to read the entire text. How to read the entire text from the body? We have email message system variable. You will get the entire text. I want to read this, I want to read this, I want to read this. So at that time we will use these string operations like before, after, before, after, before, after. We will use it that way. We can get the string values using before and after. Before after string operation is nothing but whatever the values that you are going to give, in between those values it will return the substring. Whatever the value, whatever the string that you have in between those two values, that will be returned. This is what before after. And you know, comparison operation. Okay, whenever you want to compare two strings, you can compare, and the thing is like match case. If you set this one, it is going to check like whether both are in same case or not. Uppercase, lowercase, camel case, anything. Everything will be considered. Here, compare string 1 to returns true or false. Okay, if both are matching, both are same, then it will give you true. Otherwise, it is going to give you false. In this string 1, string 2 operation, single space also matters. Single space matters. I mean, here you have a string like this with space. Here I have a string like no space. It matters. These two are not equal. Okay, whatever the value it returns, that value has to be stored in some variable. Okay, these are, I mean, I know most of you people have done in your real-time experience. Okay, some Excel find and replace. See, find is there, comparison, join. I wanted to join two strings, and length. If you want to get the length of the string, you can use the length. And lowercase, I want to convert through lowercase and uppercase is there. And replace with what? And which string you wanted to replace. And reverse. If you want to reverse the string. If you want to reverse the string, is capital. String reverse, split. Okay, for split, I told you some delimiter has to be given. Okay, we have some text like this, like this. I want to split the string. What is the delimiter here? Here delimiter is hash. Based on the delimiter, we have to, it will give you 3 strings. 3 strings. Okay, split, substring, substring. For substring, we have to specify the length. From which position to which position? Sorry, from which position? How many characters you want to get? I want to get third position. Okay, this is A is 1, S is 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get the string from third position to third position. How many strings I want to get? How many characters I want to get? 3. So in this case, you will get HOK. So this is substring, starting point and length. If you don't specify the length, it will give you the entire string. We have some string like this. Okay, if I specify the starting position as 4 or 5, from here to here, entire string will be written. If you don't specify the length. If you specify the length, it will count the characters and it will give you the exact length. Preferred length. So that has to be stored here. And this is the thing, most important thing, that is trim. Most probably we will use in every string operations, in most of the projects, that's for sure. And the thing is, whenever you use trim, this trim operation is going to remove the leading spaces. Okay, here I told you I have space. Okay, I'm trying to compare this value with this. Okay, looks like both are same, but thing is, here we have additional one space additionally. So I wanted to remove that one. So we can use this trim operation. So using this trim operation, it will delete leading spaces in the string. Like at the starting position we have some space, at the end position we have some space. I want to remove all of them. Then we can. And one more thing I'm telling you, this is one of the my colleagues' mistake. They are comparing 2 strings. Okay, they are comparing 2 strings, and they use a trim operation as well. They use trim operation as well, and that guy wants to compare 2 strings like this. He applied trim operation on this. Okay, trim operation on this, and after some result will be there, right? He is comparing that result with this one. Will it be same? Will it be same? Only difference is here we have 2 spaces. 2 spaces. By using trim operation, we cannot remove double spaces in your string. What trim will do? It will remove the exit spaces front or before, not between. So how to do it? What to do? That is the alternative method we have to find for that. That is, this string has to be, in this string I have to replace double space with single space. Then it will be replaced. That's why we use replace operation. So double spaces, find what? Double space, replace with single space. That's it. Okay. In Excel operations, okay, in Excel files, It will work automation anywhere. It is not going to, it is not going to remove in string. Okay, in the middle of the string, if we have something, then it is not going to remove.
Hello? Sure.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Now it's audible. Most of
Okay.
the times it's happening. What is the reason?
It must be with the go-to meeting, some software which may be or internet slow, whatever it is. Yeah. Here, what I was trying to tell is, if you use trim function in Excel file will remove double spaces. I mean, even if we have double spaces in between the string, that will be removed in Excel. But in Automation Anywhere, it is not like that. In Automation Anywhere, we have to go for replace with double space with single space. Then we can perform the operations. Okay, in Excel file, no need to do anything like replacing double space with single space. But in Automation Anywhere, we have to do it. Okay, the only thing is Automation Anywhere is not going to remove double spaces between the, I mean, double spaces in between the string. Okay, this is, yeah, these are string operations. Most of you guys did some, most of them. The only thing is length. You may not done with Excel files. If you really, I mean, if you guys used some Excels, then definitely you would have used all of them, like joining joining strings. Yeah, joining strings, replace, find and replace. Okay, that's why I just gave you all the brief about all these commands. Any doubts from the system, I mean, string operations, guys? Tomorrow I'm going to start new topic. Just maybe I'm going to start either XML. or web services. Rest. Yes, web services. Any questions from this session?
For lower to upper, we need to specify that command, and whatever the value, you need to specify those values.
Yes. Here you have to give this something. It's too lower, right? No, I'm going to take upper. I want to do that to upper. Okay, I'm going to display that. I gave everything in lowercase. Now you can see everything is in upper. So same vice versa. You can use lower to upper, upper to lower. You can do same thing. Even if you specify something with capital letters, everything will be converted to lowercase. So lower variables are, I mean, lower characters are at lower, and capital letters are converted. That's it. Any more questions? Thank you guys. Have a nice day.